Hey, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, I'm really glad you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on this. It genuinely means a lot. I hope you stick around till the end because today I'm talking about something I've been sitting on for months now and I kind of need to just get it out. Like, I've been putting so much thought into this thing and I haven't really talked about it with anyone yet. So today is the day I'm just going to lay it all out. Bear with me. So, when I was growing up, there was this drink I was completely obsessed with, Misugaru. It's a Korean grain powder. You just stir it into water and drink it. Super simple. But I was a kid who loved sugar, so I'd put in basically the same amount of sugar as the powder itself, which looking back is kind of wild, but at the time I didn't care at all. It was so good. And especially in summer, we didn't really have AC growing up, so you'd mix it up with cold water, throw in a bunch of ice, and just drink it down. That was my whole summer right there. So fast forward to now, a friend recommends this black bean powder. Totally different ingredients, different purpose, but same concept. You mix it into something and drink it. And I started trying it, and it just kind of brought all of that back. Here's the thing about my mornings though. I am not a morning person at all. I wake up at the absolute last second, so if I take even a few extra minutes, breakfast is just gone. And I really cannot handle being hungry. Like, I have zero patience for it. I can't focus. I'm just completely off. So what kept happening was I'd skip breakfast, push through the morning, and then by the time I finally ate, it'd be this late, chaotic lunch where I'd eat way too much, blood sugar would spike, and I'd be useless for an hour, just stuck in this loop. But when I started blending the black bean powder with milk, adding in some of my favorite seeds and things I like, I just wasn't hungry anymore. Like, genuinely not hungry. I'd have it late morning and be totally fine until early evening, which meant I was eating dinner earlier, eating less overall, and just feeling so much better. Nothing crazy dramatic, but it was real and it stuck. The more I drank it though, the more I kept thinking, okay, this is great, but what if I tweaked this? What if I changed that ratio? What if the process was a little different? And I just got to a point where I was like, I'm making my own. And that's where it gets really interesting and also kind of consuming, not gonna lie. Because once you start going down that road, there are so many variables. Like, just figuring out which grains to include and in what ratio is already its own whole thing. Do you want it nutty, more earthy, lighter? Each grain brings something completely different to the table. And you can't just throw everything together and hope for the best. The balance actually matters. And then there's the question of how you process each ingredient, because some things need to be roasted, some are better raw, and the roasting temperature and time changes the flavor completely. Too light and it's flat, too dark and it gets bitter. So I'm literally sitting there running small batches, tasting, adjusting, running another batch. It takes a while. The texture is a whole other conversation. How fine do you grind it? Because if it's too coarse, it doesn't dissolve well, and if it's too fine, it gets this kind of chalky feeling that I really don't like. So finding that sweet spot has been a process. But the biggest thing for me, and this is really the whole point, is that I want to pack in as many good ingredients as possible so that when you drink this every single day, your body is actually getting a wide variety of nutrients. Not just one or two things that look good on the label. Like, the goal is that this becomes part of your daily routine and your body actually benefits from it consistently. That's what I keep coming back to when I'm working on the formula. And then on top of all of that, I want it to be organic, GMO-free, gluten-free, nut-free, which sounds simple, but when you're sourcing multiple ingredients, each one needs to check all of those boxes, and that narrows things down more than you'd think. I've been going to Korean markets looking at everything that's already out there, and there's so much. But when you flip the bag over and actually read the label, that ingredient they've plastered all over the front of the package, it's like 0.1%. Technically in there, sure. And on top of that, everything is so sweet and so salty. And I get it, that's what sells, but I'm at a point in my life where I just can't ignore what's actually in something anymore. And here's the thing, I don't just want to make this for myself. I want to actually share it, put it out there. The challenge is, I know what people are going to say if I go light on the salt and sugar. That it's bland, that it has no flavor, and that's a real concern. I'm not dismissing it. But I'm not willing to take genuinely good ingredients and just drown them in sweetness to make it more marketable. That completely kills the whole point. And I really can't do the thing where I make a clean version for myself and a compromised version for everyone else. I can't. If my name is on something, it has to be the real version, the one I'd actually choose every single day. So I'm still testing, still figuring out the formula, but that's what this whole thing is about. The recipe is actually getting really close at this point, which feels good. But getting it to a place where I'm ready to share it with everyone, that's still going to take a little more time. And that's okay, because I'm really excited about this, like genuinely excited. I haven't felt this way about something in a while, and I just wanted you guys to know what's been going on behind the scenes. I'm curious though, would you actually try something like this? And if you've ever tried to cut back on sugar and salt in your diet, how did that go for you? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you think.